Hey everybody, it's Ben in Beta, and today we want to get one more accessory in the truck before our first extended overlanding trip and before our July trip. And that is this Molle panel here. This is the front Molle panel that goes in the front of the IBEX system. And this does a couple things. Number one, it gives you a place to do some mounting, which is great. And then it also helps stiffen up the bed rack, which is great too. So it gives it a little bit more support. Plus it gives us a place to mount some things. But I've already assembled this part here. Instructions that come with this are pretty good. Basically, you put these two pieces together, make sure you can kind of loosen these up enough that you can slide this to the correct size. But other than that, it's pretty simple. And this is a universal thing. It fits on all trucks, which is pretty cool. So these two pieces fit together with these 4 nuts and bolts, which allow you to slide them back and forth to get them to the right size. So it's going to fit in here something like this, right here, like that. And we just got to get it in these T-channels here. So that'll be our first job. Once you have those two middle sections together, what I found to be the best way to do this was to attach the T-bolt on the top first. What I found to be the most helpful was to attach the T-nut on the top first and actually slide it into place. Then what I needed to do was basically use the Allen wrench that came with it to slide the T-nut on the bottom up just enough so that I was able to twist on the T-nut on the bottom. This did take me quite a bit of time to do by myself. And I would say that you're probably going to find it's much easier to do with another person, but I got it done by myself once I figured out this method of using that Allen key in the bottom to lift the T-nut up in order for me to be able to tighten it up enough to keep it on there. Then I switched to the other side. I basically repeated exactly the same thing on this side by attaching the top T-nut first. And then once that was in, I went ahead and attach the bottom T-nut. Obviously, it's important to note that I had to slide the T-nut for the bottom in first before I attach the top, so that's also important to note. That T-nut has to be in there before you start the process, as you saw me do for the first one. And then once again, I use that Allen key to lift that nut up just enough so I can hand tighten it. Once that was all done, I was able to use the Allen key to tighten everything up really quickly and easily on all 4 bolts, no problems whatsoever, and the front Molle panel was installed. So overall, very easy installation. Again, it gives me quite a bit of space to be able to install more accessories up front if I want, but it also stiffens the bed up a little bit and the rack, which is good for when you're overlanding and you're off camber, just to keep things from shifting around too much. I'd have to say the installation was very simple, very easy. I think anybody could do this. It does help to have another person probably, but again, I was able to complete it on my own, which is good news. All right, that's what it looks like all installed. As far as tips and tricks go for mounting this, you definitely want to kind of put the nut on the top one, get it settled in there. Then it does help to kind of get that nut up a little bit further because you do have to get it off the bottom in order to get that to seat properly. And I was able to use the Allen wrench, which worked just fine. Maybe you might have some other thoughts in the comments, put those in there. Let me know what you think in the comments of the IBEX front Molle panel. I think it looks pretty good. If you found this video helpful, please hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that yet. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, live your life in beta, and we'll see you next time.